So what is going on, guys? My name is Lethal and welcome back to the second episode of League of Legends Rank Play. In today's episode I am going to be playing Nautilus. So in this episode I will also say there's only one game. I've decided that the way I'm going to do this is if there's a really interesting game, I'm going to just have that one single game and kind of analyze it a bit more. Whereas if there's two kind of stompings, I'll put two games back to back and just kind of explain it like I did with the first episode. However, this second episode is kind of a tipsy-turvy game. I won't spoil the outcome, but I will talk through it. Now, quickly into the draft before I get into my next point. As you see, we have got a Ashami in the bot lane, India in the jungle, Humdinger mid, and a Darius top. That's against Garen in the top, Kiana in the mid lane, Draven and Threshpan bot, and Zac in the jungle. Now, this for me was going to be a bit of a tough matchup because I know how strong Draven is. As playing, I've played ADC before. I hate laning against Draven. He's one of the worst. Um, Purely for his pressure and how much damage he does early on. Thresh as a support is also extremely annoying. His hook and the way he can pull him back towards you or pull you towards him as well as his bot lane or his bot lane partner is also kind of annoying. But as you see, we've got a good Darius. They were going up against a pretty good Garen. We've got Ashe, the Mastery as well as the Kiana and the Thresh. Um, so this game, how like the best way I can summarize it for me is a bit of a tough one. Because it's my first time playing support in ranked. I've played Nautilus actually a couple times recently. I've really enjoyed him. I've had a couple good games on S and an S minus and an S in my last like 2 out of 3 with him. But that is against draft or in draft pick, and obviously playing against good people in ranked is going to be a lot tougher. And as I say, knowing the matchup, it was also going to be tough purely to try and get ahead. We had to get no kill onto Draven. So, how does that go? Well, simple answer, not very well. We actually kind of get him out here. He decides to step onto the right side of the minion wave, which is away from Thresh. So Thresh can still land him out at this point, I think, because they're both level 2, and I'm pretty sure he would have gone for his W second. However, that didn't go to plan. We get him, burst him down really low, and I try and hook him back into us. However, my hook, I didn't do enough to the right to hook him. I did it too far to the left, and that ended up hooking a minion, which wasn't great. However, India decides to come in at level 3. Level 3, they're level 4. But Zac is there as well, and a clutch lantern by Thresh actually puts Draven back in to fight on India, which basically chunks him down enough. I'm low at this point, so I have to walk. Ashley's not too bad on health. She just finishes off the kill on Zac. We had the ignite burning as well as the burst damage we did before. And then she just flashes back out just to make sure she's safe. So 1-for-1, both junglers dead. Doesn't really benefit anyone. I think, actually, no, but actually, to tell light, it does benefit them because Draven got the kill. I actually thought Zac got the kill. But at this point, Draven is 3-0, I do believe, and which is not great purely for the fact that he's already a pain to play against. So now he's even more of a pain, especially with him being ahead. He's able to obviously get more money by more things. So the first purchase we make is the boost of mobility and a control ward. I put a control ward in the tri brush just in case Zac decides to do a gank, and he does exactly that. He comes into the tri brush and basically tries to I think Nadir tries to gank, but then didn't realize Zac was that close. He doesn't actually kill Zac, but we didn't kill his blob enough. Um, then I was an idiot and thought that I could kill Thresh by basically flicking him back under the tower aggro, so I could root him and then the tower shoots him and we get the kill. However, I hooked the wall like an absolute idiot, and he just hits his hook, and then Zac shows up and basically gets a free kill. So moving on to that, we then get into another gank from India. We catch Thresh out, so I flash onto my Q, get the hook onto him, put the ignite down, we end up getting that kill. We killed their junglers, I think just before this, but I think I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we can kill this Draven. If I hook him, root him, and then we just use our damage from our jungler and Ashe, we should be able to wipe him out. However, that wasn't the case. But this Draven being smart, kind of knew where Ashe was going. He gets a triple kill in that, but Ashe just trade off with the arrow. So but Draven benefits out. I think he gets both kills or all 3 kills. Yeah, he did get a triple kill. So he at this point is pretty far ahead, which is a scary, scary sight. So I get caught out here because I'm trying to look at the TP top just to see what was going on in the top lane. And then this is just a case where a good ult by Thresh slows me and Ashe down. I'm just in the corner of it, just because I had no flash to get away. And then Draven's axe is just do the rest of the back and lowers me down. So at this point, 0-4 and 3, just I'm not having a great game. I'm missing skill shot or missing my Qs and my hooks. Not very well. I'm not playing smart. I'm just getting caught out. And for me, I've always been a player, even with Counter Strike, that I'd like if I'm playing well, I kind of bounce off of that and try and continue making good plays. But at this point, Darius is fed. He is fed and so far ahead of his Garen. And he basically comes and bails out our bot lane. Zach is here to support Draven and Thresh against Darius and India, but me and Ash off the respawn basically both come in. Darius wins his 2v1 against Draven and Thresh, which then just allows us to take this tower, which is a huge swing point in our lane. Obviously, Draven being so far ahead, us getting damage on the tower was going to need something like this to happen, and it worked the perfect way. We wipe out all 3 members, and we get a tower for free. Darius at the end does tank it with his massive health bar. I can't remember actually what he built into, but we do then go for our first buy, which is Zeke's. And then we're going to whack that on the team in a minute, and then we do go into, I forget what it was called or what it's called, but it did just show on the screen very quickly. So we do then just go into this. Now, me and Heimerdinger do come off our recalls. I do go towards our jungle and then bring back up. However, Undia tried to sit in the bush that we just passed to try and do a flank. However, it didn't really work because they found out he was there because they watered it. And then for some reason, instead of bolting it up the river and got back towards our top tower, he bolted it into their giant jungle and basically got caught out. A good ult by Qiyana traps him and Darius there. Heimerdinger goes back into it, so I thought I'll hook one just so we can get a kill and then maybe dip out by flashing. However, that wasn't the case. Garen's swervy thing, I can't remember I've never played Garen, so I don't know what ability that is. But he basically just slows me enough to the point where the rest of the team will chunk me down and kill. However, this case, Garen does stay way too long. He tries to get the tower damage, so I basically just hooked him back into us. And the nutty thing with our team is the fact that me and Darius have both got hooks. He's got his E and I got my Q, so I just Q him Q him a bit further towards us, and then if he tries to run, Darius just hits his E because his hook was back up or was up. So we get a kill. I accidentally take the kill, which I don't mean to do. It was just the fact that my hook hit him, and we get the kill. However, in this situation, I do get caught out by Qiyana. I'm trying to run away, but I miss the hook onto the wall. And she just has enough burst damage, and her ability is just to basically kill me. So at this point, I'm 1-5 and 4, not having a great game, but this is the turning point of the game and the turning point of, for me, of my playing. So this is where it all starts to go right for our team. Wasn't looking great down in kills and with a pretty fed Draven on their team, but we do catch him out as they try and push too aggressively here. Undia gets Qiyana caught. I flat or knock myself over with the plant, then he'll flash into my Q to get Qiyana, and yet again didn't mean to get the kill. Right here we see Zac just basically hanging around mid too long, hit a hook again, so back-to-back hooks, which I was happy with. We've managed to get her back, root him as well, and then we do have Darius and the rest of our team show up to get the kill. Now, off that call, a great call made by, I think it was Ash, to go for Baron. 4 of them are dead. We killed Garen and Thresh earlier on in that play, which I was dead, so I wasn't actually watching. I think I was watching a different part of the map. However, with Heimerdinger, Ash, and Darius, we literally just chunked this thing down so quickly. Do it really quickly before any of them can even get close to the Baron to even try and steal it. Obviously, Zac being dead, there's no way they can steal it unless he flashes into the pit and nicks it that way. However, we all back off of that reset, and I start building into a redemption. As well as that, I put my Zeke's and my other item back onto Darius just because I thought I was going to be near him. However, I wasn't near him at this point, but this is where we take control of this game and where you kind of can see the outcome happening. They decide to respond to our Baron by getting the Cloud Drake it is. However, Darius, like the absolute monster he is, just TP's in the ward of the place to see if they're doing it. TP's in, Udyr and him get the first kill, and then we just finish off this. I hook into Garen so that we can chunk him down, hook back into Zac, and then finally hook into the Thresh. Darius finishes all of those kills off. As a team, we do enough damage. We do not lose a single member in that fight, and we do push it onto the mid wave. With the Baron buff, with all 5 of us pushing down mid, we should be able to get a couple of good objectives from this. Or in my mind at the time, I was expecting at least 2 towers, possibly an inhib. Seeing the 20-second death timer of Qiyana and seeing how quickly we chunked that tower down, I knew we were going to get an inhib off this play, which was brilliant. We turned the tides of the game, and we do eventually have that fight that we needed to take control of that game. Off that, we do get 5 assists. Or 4 assists, I believe. We had a part in every single in that whole entire fight, which was great. So off that, we do then get as I say, the inhib, and we do back off because all their death timers were pretty close because of how quickly we killed them. So off that, I do decide to base. There was no reason for me to base at this point. However, I just wanted to carry on building into the redemption, get all the items that increase. I think one of them increases mana, and then the other one increases armor, and I think it's magic resist. I could be wrong on that one. Don't. I'm still pretty new to builds in Nautilus. So we do get both of them, and I do decide to wait around mid because I realise there's about 3 of them mid, and I don't really want to fight that. So I do wait for Ashe and Darius to show up. And I'm fine with being the first line of contact. I'm fine with being the first one dead. Thresh hits a good hook on me. I try to I'm just getting absolutely chunked at this point. Have no idea. Qiyana hits her ult into the wall. However, we do end up turning this fight around. Darius yet again gets the double kill. I get the assist purely because I hit, I think, my E with knock them all up. But then Heimerdinger gets the Qiyana. You see the death times in the top right. We're talking 30 seconds. With the mid wave and the mid inhib open, this will be the game. We do end up walking, or they end up walking towards getting the final kills and end up finishing this game off to get a win. So it was looking dire to start with, however, a great team performance, especially from the rest of the team. I don't think I played that well, if well at all. Some good hooks in there, but other than that, the team basically put me on the back and won this. So I will show you bad games even if I don't do well. If other people do well, I'm going to include it just because it's a win as a team. And yeah, so guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe.